Tera Sinube, a Jedi Master who first appeared in the Clone Wars, is closely connected to previous stories in the Star Wars canon. But what role does this character play in the grand scheme of things? For today's video, we'll be sharing with you who Tera Sinube is and all the other details you need to know about this character. So make sure you stay tuned if you want to know more. So who exactly is Tera Sinube in Obi-Wan Kenobi? What other role does he play in Star Wars? Tera Sinube is best remembered for his appearance in the animated television series The Clone Wars, which sets him in his later years despite not being killed by Palpatine's goons. Sinube was alive during the High Republic, a far older era of Star Wars, and has also been mentioned in literature set during that time. We first saw Tera Sinube in the animated Star Wars Clone Wars, where he was a regular face. His character originally appeared in Star Wars The Clone Wars in the Season 2 episode Grievous Intrigue, and continued to appear in several episodes throughout the show's 7 seasons, albeit rarely in a prominent role. Since then, the novels The Rising Storm by Cavan Scott and Dooku Jedi Lost have both examined his important historical position within the Jedi Order. Tera Sinube has been depicted in artwork for the upcoming Tales of the Jedi animated series, indicating that he will have some type of part in the animated shorts. Like many other unique characters in Star Wars, Tera Sinube belongs to a unique tribe in the universe. Tera Sinube was a Kosian, a long-lived reptile race who spoke a trilling, chirping language that blended with the bird songs of their homeworld. The Jedi are recruited from a wide variety of races. Around 200 years before Star Wars Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, at the height of the High Republic era, he had already attained the rank of Master while serving as Marshal on the planet Derra in the expansion region of the galaxy. When they were attacked by the Nihil, a band of space pirates, he sent Jedi to the nearby Cyclor shipyards. Tera Sinube played a crucial role in the series and was also one of the teachers at the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. Alongside Master Yoda, Tera Sinube started teaching in the Jedi Temple on Coruscant. He also served as Dooku's mentor for a while, serving as the Hawkbat clan's recognized leader. Yoda selected Dooku as his Padawan, but Sinube chose Zang Arrera, a friend. However, Sinube seems to have remained on Coruscant, and a comic book created to promote Jedi Fallen Order has revealed that he briefly served on the Jedi Council. As a Jedi investigator, Tera Sinube built a strong bond with the Coruscant police and helped them with their investigations. She also served as a useful resource to law enforcement. During the Clone Wars, when Padawan Ahsoka Tano's lightsaber was stolen and found on Coruscant's black market, he assisted her in finding it and later offered his astromech for an espionage operation. Tera Sinube was most likely present at the temple when Palpatine issued Order 66, because it is known that he continued to instruct younglings throughout the Clone Wars. He also won't allow little Leia to become lost in this terrible system, even though his old pal Anakin is now a key component of these terrors. But the question is, will we get to see Tera Sinube again? On that front, there is good news. The High Republic period is the setting for the planned Star Wars television series The Acolyte, which will reportedly star Amandla Stenberg, so that we may see Tera Sinube as he is intended to be viewed, not frozen in some strange amber, but full of badass Jedi form. Tera, long live. In a bittersweet live-action scene, Obi-Wan Kenobi introduced Jedi Tera Sinube during one of its latest episodes. Just a word of caution, but today's videos contain major spoilers from Obi-Wan Kenobi Part 4. Star Wars loves to keep everything connected, perhaps even more so than its Marvel Cinematic Universe rival from Disney. The essential moments in the beginning, middle, and end of the Star Wars saga, or at least the one focused on the Skywalker family, are already known, whereas in the Marvel Universe, superheroes are pushing that story forward practically constantly toward the end of time. The most recent work of fiction to try to fill in some of the gaps that we might not even be aware of exists is Obi-Wan Kenobi. In this instance, the previously unfinished story of a character, Tera Sinube, well known from the animated television series The Clone Wars, gets a satisfying conclusion. As always, there will be more Easter eggs and, in this instance, a greater emotional reward the more you participate in the brand. In Kenobi's Part 4, we see Ewan McGregor's Ben/Obi-Wan infiltrating the Inquisitor headquarters to free young Leia, who is being held captive by Moses Ingram's Reva/third sister from her imprisonment. He comes across traces of the fatal Order 66, which Palpatine started in Revenge of the Sith, and called for the killing of all Jedi while traveling there, something he never intended to find. The potential that some Jedi survived the space holocaust has always existed, despite the widespread belief that Order 66 eliminated the great majority of them, including the majority of those we encounter in both the prequel trilogy and the animated series. Quinlan Voss's survival was just revealed to us last week after all. However, Obi-Wan discovers in Part 4 of Obi-Wan Kenobi that the Inquisitor HQ basement is actually a tomb, housing the corpses of many people executed under Order 66, including a youngster and an old acquaintance. That old friend is Tera Sinube, who, as we learn, did not survive Order 66 and is now being displayed alongside several other individuals like some sort of twisted prize. In other news, one of the latest episodes of Obi-Wan Kenobi that tackles Leia's story finally justifies Star Wars Skywalker retcon. The Disney Plus series series is improving Star Wars' big retcon by focusing on Leia and Padme instead of the similarities between Luke and Anakin that Obi-Wan Kenobi Skywalker return hinted at. Luke Skywalker was briefly seen in Obi-Wan Kenobi Episode 1, slipping away from his Uncle Owen to pretend to fly ships, but the series took a significant shift when it became clear that Leia Organa would serve as the series' central Skywalker. Disney Star Wars is delving into the princess's history, which was mostly unexplored in the original trilogy, as Obi-Wan journeys across the galaxy to return the 10-year-old Leia back to safety and elude Imperial Inquisitors. Of all the Skywalkers, Leia's story is the least explored, so hopefully the Obi-Wan Kenobi will explore more of her character's arcs. The focus of Star Wars narrative, especially in the first 3 films, was on the similarities between Luke Skywalker and Anakin Skywalker, with Carrie Fisher's Leia mostly being ignored. However, this was primarily because it wasn't until Return of the Jedi that her true paternity was revealed. When the Star Wars prequels were released, they focused on Padme, another significant character from the Skywalker tale. The mother of Luke and Leia was given enormous importance in the story of Anakin Skywalker and his eventual descent to the dark side, with the movies retroactively showing a few similarities between the histories and personalities of Leia and Padme. Leia and Padme played relatively minor roles in the Skywalker saga narrative when the Star Wars second trilogy was published, so naturally, the focus shifted back to the similarities between Luke, Anakin, and now Ben Solo. Due to Disney's recommendation to move away from the main protagonists, Obi-Wan Kenobi's return to the Skywalker saga caused a little controversy. However, the surprising addition of Leia and Padme as key points makes the series' plot much more acceptable. The similarities between Luke and Anakin have long been a central theme of the Star Wars series, so Obi-Wan Kenobi prioritizing Leia is a fresh and interesting turn in the narrative. Not only does Obi-Wan Kenobi give young Leia the spotlight she well deserves, but the Disney Plus series also retroactively elevates and justifies Padme's centrality in the Skywalker saga. Star Wars has fleshed out the Skywalker tale almost as far as it can go over the past 45 years, with another revisit to Luke and Anakin's parallels almost feeling tiring by now. Although their similarities have already received 9 movies worth of attention, they are crucial characters to the plot. Even in the Star Wars prequels, which mainly focused on how Leia's own son had joined the dark side, Luke was given a much larger part than his sister. Consequently, the Disney Plus series provides a clearer look into the histories of the significant Skywalker epic characters who were mainly left out, such as Leia Organa's rebellious past. The original Star Wars trilogy benefited greatly from Leia's presence as a princess and a renegade senator, but the true details of the 19 years before A New Hope were generally unexplored. We're hoping the series will explore, if not develop, much more of Leia's story, seeing how she's also a crucial character in all of Star Wars. And unfortunately, we've run out of time, so that concludes today's video. What do you hope to see more of in the Obi-Wan Kenobi series? Let us know in the comment section below. Before you go, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel with the notification bell on for more videos like these. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.